Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. and I'm here to talk to you about Fairy Tail Manga chapter 452. So Natsu's right arm, to the irritation of the guild, some of the guild members and probably some of you fans at home, Natsu and Happy are not trying to tell no one what is going on with his right arm. He does give a few clues, but literally we've been given nothing. We have literally been given nothing. But this is what we do find out. This is what Natsu tells us. So we find out Natsu has been working on a technique. So we know it's a technique, but we don't know if it's Dragon Slayer magic or he tapped into some of his demon power. We do not know. All we know is that it's a technique that he worked on specifically during his years training to kill Zarif, and we know that he can only use this technique once. This is all the things that we've been told about this technique. Like I said before, there's not much to go on. But finding out about this technique has given hope to the guild members. They see that Natsu seems very confident in his technique, and this has given his guild members hope. And they're like, yeah, alright, if Natsu believes in this technique, we're going to believe in Natsu. We're going to do this. We're going to win. This is what happens during this part of the chapter. Everyone seems to be gearing up for the Dragon King Festival, which seems to be finally about to take place. We find out how the fairy tactician Mavis, she has been putting up together some plans just to help with them to win this battle. I just hope that she has factored in Natsu's not listening into her plans. I hope she is planned for that, like, you know, plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E, plan Natsu. That's as many as plans that she's going to need to, just for the fact of Natsu alone not being a great listener. One thing I do want to mention before I go on and to talk about another bit of the chapter is that from this chapter, for me anyway, it seems like how Fairy Tail is going to take on our Alvaries by themselves, which I think is a bit odd when they have loads of guild friends. Definitely, I could definitely see Sabretooth and just all the guilds that had a member of Fairy Tail in them while Fairy Tail was gone. I'm sure they would help them take on the Alvaries. So I don't understand, because it seems to me that Fairy Tail is going to try to take them on by themselves, but it shouldn't have to be the case at all. So we find out that during his year at Alvaries, that Makarov only met 6 of the 12 Spraggan, and yeah, he only met 6 of them, and even though he only met 6 of them, he doesn't know really much about them. So I'm going to talk about the ones that he did mention and what he did say about them. So the first one that I've got listed here is Imba. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but Imba. We find out that his magic that he uses involve his eyes. So obviously this is a hint to the setup that he's gonna fight Grey. So again, ice magic again, but it's not ice. Well, it might be ice make. We don't know that for certain, but it might not be ice make. So we just have another ice magic. So hopefully it's something different. Hopefully it's like a Koji's Devil Fruit power in One Piece, where he can turn into ice. Something a little bit different. Something hopeful, more hopeful to see. So the next person I'm going to talk about, we know about him already, but he said some interesting things in this chapter that I do want to mention. The desert sign guy, Izuri, if that's how you pronounce his name. He in this chapter stated that he feels that he alone is enough to take on Fairy Tail, and no, in Ishgar, in essence, he said in this chapter, if I'm stronger than the number one fairy, the number one mage in Ishgar, then I should be enough to do this mission by myself. That's quite interesting. That's very interesting. Like, if he can do it by himself, if he's this powerful, then what hopes does Fairy Tail have of accomplishing this alone? Like, we also have Di Maria or Di Maria. I'm going to go with Di Maria because I like that way, that sounds better. We find out that she's not a mage, she's a knight. Again, I feel that this is another fight set up between Di Maria and Urza, obviously, because Urza's got the equipped magic. We know she's always using swords and stuff. It just seems like the perfect opponent for Urza to face this Di Maria chick who is supposedly a knight and not a mage. So moving on to August. August was probably the most interesting out of all the people all the mages that we learned about in this chapter. We found out that August has mastered loads of different magics, and it's also stated in the chapter that he has probably learnt more magics than Sarif. Now, for this to be possible, Augustus have lived for more years than Zarif, and we know that Zarif has been alive for hundreds and hundreds of years. So for someone to have mastered as many, if not more, magics than him, that just has to be the case. And if that is the case, then how old is this guy, and like, what's his backstory? It's just what's going on there. The last person I want to talk about is Waru, if that's how you say his name, Waru. Nothing more to say about him. We didn't learn what magic he is rocking. We just get to see him, and I was thinking, this guy doesn't look human, so maybe he's not human, and maybe that has something to do with his power. There's something else I want to mention. I do also want to mention Brandish, who I earlier stated was not a member of the 12 Spraggon, because that's what I thought. That's what it seemed. That's how I read it. But it seems that she is one of the 12 Spraggon. So yeah, Zarif had his little meeting of the members of the 12 Spraggon that decided to come. We did find out that one of the members is actually in the palace, but he didn't come to the meeting. What's going on there? But we know that Zarif is ready to go. Fairy Tale is ready to go. And then the chapter then flips over to acknowledge the Black Dragon, and his spidey senses is tingling, and he's just realized, yo, it's time. The Dragon King Festival is time, and he's ready to go as well. He says he's ready to devour everything. So everyone's ready to go. The Dragon Festival will soon start. Hopefully next chapter. Who gonna win? Well, obviously, at the end of the day, it's gonna be Fairy Tale that wins, but let's hope for something exciting, some nice battles, some unexpected plot twists, and just all that goodness. So I'm going to give this chapter a 3-star rating. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.